Hello, dear listeners. In just a moment, this story will take you on an adventure while revealing fascinating facts you may have never discovered before. Before we begin, subscribing to the channel would mean a lot and greatly support this journey. Thank you in advance. We are beginning. It is the middle of the night. You do not know exactly what time it is, but you know it is late or early. The distinction has lost its meaning. Your eyes are open, fixed on the ceiling above you, and you have been here for a long time. The room is dark, but not dark enough. Every shadow seems deeper, every edge sharper, every surface somehow more present than it should be. You try to remember when you last slept. It was 3 days ago? The numbers blur together, slipping through your grasp like water. You know intellectually that you have been awake for 24 hours. But knowing and feeling are two different things. Your body is still functioning. Your heart beats. Your lungs fill and empty. Your eyes blink, though the motion feels mechanical now, automatic, as if someone else is controlling it. You are still here, still awake, still fighting against the weight that has been pressing down on your eyelids for hours. 20 hours ago you were fine. You were tired, yes, but functional. You could think, could speak, could move through the world without this strange, muffled quality that has settled over everything. 18 hours ago, you noticed that your attention was slipping. Words you were reading seemed to rearrange themselves on the page. The sentence you were about to speak evaporated before you could form it. 22 hours ago, your thoughts began to slow. Not like a machine running out of power, but like honey in winter, thick and reluctant, each thought needing to be pulled from somewhere deep and dark. You would start a sentence and forget where it was going. You would reach for a word and find only emptiness. And now 24 hours have passed. Your brain has begun to collect the debt you owe it. The light in the room seems wrong. It is the same light it has always been, the same lamp, the same bulb, the same soft glow that has never bothered you before. But now it is too bright, too harsh, cutting into your eyes with a sharpness that makes you squint. You turn it off, and the darkness that replaces it is not a relief. It is too dark. The shadows move. You turn the light back on. The sounds of the house have changed too. The refrigerator, which has hummed in the background for as long as you have lived here, now seems deafening. Each click, each whir, each mechanical sigh is an intrusion, a violation of the silence you are trying to maintain. You can hear your own heartbeat now, or think you can, a dull thudding that seems to come from somewhere outside your chest. You stand up slowly, carefully, and walk to the bathroom. Your legs feel strange, as if they are not quite yours. Each step requires concentration, a deliberate effort to place one foot in front of the other. You reach the sink and brace yourself against it, looking into the mirror. The face that looks back at you is familiar but wrong. It is your face, but it does not feel like your face. The eyes are too wide, the pupils dilated, the skin too pale. You touch your cheek, and the face in the mirror touches its cheek. It is you. It must be you. But something has shifted, something you cannot name, something that makes you feel like a stranger in your own body. You look away. The science of what is happening to you is precise, even if your experience of it is not. For 24 hours, your brain has been accumulating adenosine, the chemical that creates sleep pressure. With every passing hour, more adenosine has bound to receptors in your brain, whispering to you, urging you, demanding that you rest. Your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for rational thought, decision-making, and impulse control, is beginning to slow down. Its activity is decreasing, making it harder for you to think clearly, to make decisions, to control your reactions. Your reaction time has lengthened. What would normally take a fraction of a second now takes 2 or 3 times as long. You notice it when you reach for a glass, when you turn your head, when you try to catch the thought that is already slipping away. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is rising in your bloodstream. It is your body's attempt to keep you awake, to force you to function despite your exhaustion. It makes your heart beat faster, your senses sharper, your anxiety higher. It is a chemical whip, driving you forward when all you want to do is collapse. And somewhere in your brain, the delicate machinery that regulates your sleep-wake cycle has begun to fail. Melatonin, which should be rising to guide you into sleep, has been suppressed. Your body does not know if it is day or night, does not know if it should be awake or asleep. It is trapped in a twilight state, neither one nor the other, waiting for a signal that will not come. You walk back to your room and sit on the edge of the bed. The room is quiet now, or almost quiet. The sounds of the house have faded, replaced by something deeper, something that seems to come from inside your own head. A low hum, a pulse, a rhythm that matches your heartbeat. You close your eyes and for a moment you are somewhere else. Not asleep, not quite, but somewhere else. A field, a sky, a face you almost recognize. Your eyes snap open. You were gone, you realize. Not asleep, but gone. A microsleep, a fraction of a second of unconsciousness that your brain stole from you without permission. You did not even know it was happening. You were here, and then you were not, and then you were here again. You stand up, suddenly afraid. If you close your eyes again, will you be able to open them? Will you be able to find your way back? The questions are irrational, you know that. But your brain is not thinking rationally. Your brain is tired, so tired, and it is beginning to fight you. You walk to the window and look out at the city below. The lights are still on, cars still moving, people still living their lives. You are separate from them now, separated by a wall of exhaustion that you cannot break through. You are here and they are there, and you are alone in a way you have never been alone before. Your eyelids are heavy, so heavy. You blink and it takes longer than it should for your eyes to open again. You blink again and the pause is longer. You are losing time, losing seconds, losing yourself. You turn away from the window and look at your bed. It is waiting for you, soft and dark and inviting. You could lie down just for a moment, just to rest your eyes. You could let go just for a moment, just to see what happens. But you are not ready. Not yet. You have only been awake for 24 hours. You can go longer. You have to go longer. You turn away from the bed and walk back to the bathroom. The mirror shows you the same face, the same tired eyes, the same stranger looking back. You touch the glass and it is cold. You lean your forehead against it and the cold is a relief, a shock, a reminder that you are still here. When you pull back, there is a mark on the glass. Your breath condensing, fogging, disappearing. You are here. You are here. You will be here. You close your eyes and for a moment there is nothing. You are still awake. You do not know how much time has passed since you last checked, but you know it has been longer. The clock on your nightstand says one thing, your phone says another, and your body says something else entirely. Time has become elastic, stretching and contracting, pulling you in directions you cannot follow. It has been 36 hours. Or maybe it has been 40. Or maybe time stopped mattering hours ago. The world around you is different now. It looks the same mostly. The same walls, the same furniture, the same objects that have always occupied this space. But there is something wrong with them. Something off. The edges of things seem soft, blurred, as if you are looking at them through water. You blink and for a moment the edges sharpen. Then they soften again and you are not sure which is real. You walk to the window and the movement feels strange. Your legs are working but the coordination is wrong. Each step requires a conscious thought, a deliberate decision to lift your foot, move it forward, place it down. You have walked 1,000 times, 10,000 times, but now it feels like you are learning for the first time. The city outside your window is still there. The lights are still on, the cars still moving, the people still living their lives. But the light is wrong. The streetlights cast shadows that do not match the angles of the buildings. The headlights of passing cars leave trails behind them, streaks of light that hang in the air longer than they should. You watch a car turn the corner, and the light from its headlights does not fade immediately. It lingers, painting a ghost image across your vision that takes seconds to dissolve. You step back from the window and the room tilts. Not much, just a little, just enough to make you reach for the wall to steady yourself. You stand there, your hand pressed against the cool surface, waiting for the tilt to correct itself. It does not. The room is still slightly askew, as if the whole world has been tipped a few degrees to the left. You know it has not. But knowing and feeling are not the same thing. You try to think of something simple, something you have always known. Your name, your address, the date. The words come slowly, reluctantly, as if they are being pulled from a place far away. You say them out loud just to hear your own voice, and the sound is strange. Too loud, too flat, too close. Your voice does not sound like your voice. It sounds like someone else speaking, someone who is trying to sound like you. You try to form a sentence, something more complicated than your name. The words are there somewhere, but you cannot find them. They slip away when you reach for them, like smoke, like water, like something that was never really there. You try again and a phrase comes out, but the words are in the wrong order, the grammar twisted, the meaning lost. You try to correct it, but you cannot remember what you were trying to say. Your emotions are unpredictable. You look at the wall, at the slight tilt of the room, and you feel nothing. Then you look at the window, at the strange light, and you feel a sudden wave of something that might be anger, might be fear, might be something else entirely. It passes as quickly as it came, leaving you hollow, empty, waiting for the next wave. You think about the face in the mirror, the one you saw hours ago, and you feel a pang of something that might be sadness. Your face was wrong, you remember. It was yours, but it was not yours. You wonder what it would look like now if you went back to the bathroom and looked again. You do not want to know. You do not want to see. The silence in the room is not silent. There are sounds beneath the silence, sounds you have never noticed before. The walls are breathing. You can hear it, a slow rhythmic expansion and contraction, like the chest of a sleeping giant. You press your ear against the wall and the sound is louder. It is not the walls. It is you. Your own breath, amplified, distorted, made strange by the exhaustion that has taken hold of your brain. You pull away and for a moment the room is still. Then a sound comes from somewhere else. A whisper. So faint you almost miss it, but it is there, just at the edge of hearing. You turn toward it and it stops. You wait, holding your breath, and it comes again. Not words, not really, just a sound, a vibration, a presence. It is not real. You know it is not real. But you hear it anyway. Your brain is betraying you. 36 hours without sleep has pushed it into a state it was never designed to endure. The amygdala, the part of your brain that processes emotion, has become hyperactive. It is firing randomly, without cause, without control. That is why your emotions swing so wildly, why you feel terror at nothing and emptiness at everything. Your brain is trapped in a feedback loop, amplifying signals that should have been filtered out hours ago. Your immune system is beginning to fail. The proteins that fight infection, that repair damage, that keep you alive, are being suppressed. Your body is too tired to defend itself, too exhausted to maintain the barriers that protect you from the world. You are more vulnerable now than you have ever been, and you do not even know it. And somewhere deep in your brain, the need for REM sleep is building. REM, the stage where dreams happen, where memories are processed, where the mind restores itself. You have been denying it for too long, and it is beginning to force its way into your waking hours. Fragments of dreams are leaking through, images that do not belong, sounds that have no source, sensations that come from nowhere. You look at the corner of the room and for a moment you see something there. A shape, a shadow, a figure. It is there and then it is not. You know it was not real. You know. But you saw it anyway. You close your eyes and the images do not stop. Colors swirl behind your lids, patterns that shift and change, faces that form and dissolve. You open your eyes quickly and the images are gone, but the feeling remains. You are not alone. There is something here with you. Something that has always been here, waiting for you to be weak enough to see it. You walk to the kitchen, moving carefully, deliberately. The floor is solid, you tell yourself. The floor is solid and the walls are straight and the world is as it has always been. You repeat these words in your head, trying to make them true. The floor is solid. The walls are straight. The world is as it has always been. You pour a glass of water, but your hand shakes and the water spills over the edge. You watch it spread across the counter, a thin, clear sheet that catches the light in ways that seem almost alive. You try to wipe it up, but your hand passes through it and you realize you have already wiped it up minutes ago and the water is not there anymore. Or it is. You cannot tell. You stand in the kitchen, the empty glass in your hand, and you try to remember what you were doing. Water. You were getting water. You look at the glass and it is full. When did that happen? You do not know. You do not remember filling it. But it is full, and your hand is wet, and the counter is dry, and you do not know which moment is real. You drink the water and it is cold. It is the only thing that feels real. The cold spreads down your throat, into your chest, into your stomach, and for a moment you are anchored. You are here. You are in this kitchen, in this body, in this moment. The water is cold and that is real. You put the glass down and the sound it makes is too loud. You flinch and the movement is too fast, too sudden, too much. You stand very still, waiting for your heart to slow, waiting for your breath to steady. It does not. You look at the clock on the stove. The numbers are blurry, but you can read them. It has been 36 hours. Or maybe it has been more. You cannot trust the numbers. You cannot trust anything. You walk back toward your room and the hallway seems longer than it should be. The walls lean in just slightly, just enough to make you feel like you are walking through a tunnel. You keep your eyes straight ahead on the door at the end, and you do not look at the shadows that move at the edges of your vision. You reach the door and open it. The room is the same. The bed is the same. The window is the same. But something has changed. The air is thicker, heavier, pressing against you from all sides. You step inside and the door closes behind you with a sound that is too final, too loud, too much. You stand in the center of the room and you wait. For what you do not know. For something to happen. For something to change. For this to end. The shadows on the walls are moving. You watch them, not believing, not disbelieving, just watching. They shift and flow, forming shapes that almost make sense, patterns that almost mean something. You blink and they are still. You blink again and they are moving. You sit on the edge of the bed and the mattress sinks beneath you like it is swallowing you whole. You brace yourself against the headboard and the wood is solid, real, the only solid thing in a world that has become liquid. You close your eyes and the darkness behind them is not empty. There are shapes, there are colors, images that form and dissolve. You open your eyes and the room is still there. You close them again and the images return. You are not sure which one is real. You lie back slowly, carefully, and the ceiling above you is too close. You can almost touch it, almost feel its weight pressing down. You know it is not close. You know it is the same distance it has always been. But it feels close. It feels like it is about to fall. You turn your head to the side and the wall is there, inches from your face. You reach out to touch it and your hand goes through it. You pull back and the wall is solid again. You do not understand. You cannot understand. You close your eyes and you do not open them. The images are there waiting and you let them come. You let them fill your mind, your vision, your reality. You are somewhere else now, somewhere that is not your room, not your bed, not your life. You are in a field. The grass is green, the sky is blue, and the sun is warm on your face. There is a figure in the distance, someone you almost recognize, someone you should know. You try to call out, but you have no voice. You try to move, but you have no body. You are just there watching, waiting. The figure turns and you see your own face. It is you, but it is not you. It is the you that was, the you that could have been, the you that is waiting somewhere else. You reach out and your hand is solid again, real again. You are in your room on your bed staring at the ceiling. The figure is gone. The field is gone. Only the shadows remain, moving at the edges of your vision, waiting for you to close your eyes again. You do not close them. You cannot. You stare at the ceiling, at the shadows, at the light that is not quite light, and you wait for something to change. It does not. 36 hours. Your brain is breaking. Your body is failing. Your mind is slipping. And there is nothing you can do but wait. You are not sure what time it is anymore. You stopped checking hours ago, or maybe days ago, or maybe time itself has stopped moving. The clock on your nightstand is still there, its red numbers blinking in the darkness, but they have lost all meaning. They change, you know they change, but you cannot connect the numbers to anything real. 317, 318, 319. The numbers are just symbols now, shapes on a screen signifying nothing. You have been awake for 48 hours. Or maybe you have been awake for longer. Maybe you have been awake forever. The distinction between 1 hour and the next has dissolved, leaving only a continuous present, a now that stretches endlessly in all directions. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, they are the same. They are all now. Your body is not your own. You are aware of it distantly, like a machine you are operating from somewhere far away. There is a weight to your limbs, a heaviness that makes every movement an effort. You lift your arm, and it takes seconds for the command to travel from your brain to your muscles. You let it fall, and the impact against the mattress is distant, muffled, as if it happened to someone else. You try to stand, but the coordination is gone. Your legs will not move together. You try again, and they do, but the motion is wrong, the rhythm off, the balance impossible. You sit back down, defeated, and the bed absorbs you. Your thoughts are not your own. They come in fragments, in pieces, in echoes of thoughts you might have had once. You reach for a memory, something simple, something you have always known, and there is nothing there. Just emptiness. Just the echo of a thought that has already faded. You try to form a sentence, to speak it aloud, to hear your own voice. The words come slowly, reluctantly, like stones being pulled from mud. I need to. You cannot finish. The rest of the sentence is gone, lost somewhere in the fog that has settled over your mind. You try again, and different words come, words that make no sense, words that belong to someone else. The light is falling. You do not know what that means. You do not know if it means anything. Your emotions are a chaos. You feel nothing, and then you feel everything. A wave of grief passes through you, so intense that you gasp, and then it is gone, replaced by nothing. A flash of anger, bright and sharp, and then it is gone. A moment of terror, so complete that your heart stops, and then it is gone. You are a vessel for feelings that do not belong to you, that have no source, no reason, no end. You look at the wall, and for a moment it is not a wall. It is a window or a door or something that is both and neither. You see through it, into a place that is not your room, into a space that has no walls, no floor, no ceiling. There is a figure there, someone you almost recognize. You reach out to them, and the wall is solid again. The figure is gone. You are alone. You close your eyes, and the images behind them are more real than the room. a field, a sky, a face. You have seen these images before, you think, in dreams, in memories, in moments that never happened. You try to hold on to one, to make it stay, to understand it, and it dissolves. You open your eyes and the room is wrong. The walls are not where they should be. The ceiling is closer, the floor farther, the angle's all wrong. You know it is not possible. You know the room has not changed. But you see it differently now and you cannot unsee it. You walk to the mirror. The movement takes forever, your legs dragging, your feet shuffling, your body refusing to cooperate. You stand in front of the glass and the face that looks back at you is not your own. It has your features, your hair, your eyes, but it is not you. There is something behind those eyes, something looking out that should not be there. You lean closer and the face leans closer and you see yourself, but you are not sure which one is real. Your brain is running on empty. 48 hours without sleep has depleted the glucose stores it needs to function. The neurons that should be firing cleanly, efficiently, are struggling. They misfire, fail, give up. The connections that should be strong are weak. The pathways that should be clear are blocked. The prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that makes you you, is shutting down. The executive functions, planning, reasoning, impulse control, are failing. You cannot make decisions because there is no one left to make them. You cannot control your impulses because there is nothing to control them with. You are running on instinct, on the oldest parts of your brain, on the parts that do not need thought to function. Your sense of time has collapsed. The parietal lobes, which normally process the flow of time, are misfiring. Moments stretch into eternities. Eternities compress into moments. You look at the clock and the numbers are still changing, but you cannot tell how fast. 3:23, 3:24, 3:25. It could be seconds, could be hours, could be days. You are repeating yourself. You do not know when it started, but you catch yourself saying the same words over and over, a loop that you cannot break. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. The words have lost all meaning, become just sounds, just vibrations, just noise. But you cannot stop saying them. They are the only thing that makes sense. You walk in circles around the room. You do not remember starting, but you are moving, your feet tracing the same path over and over, around and around. You try to stop and you cannot. Your body is moving on its own, following a pattern that was set minutes or hours or days ago. You are a passenger now, watching your own body move, unable to intervene. The shadows are moving again. They creep along the walls, pooling in corners, reaching toward you with fingers that are not fingers. You watch them, not afraid, not anymore. They have been there for so long that they have become familiar. You almost welcome them. They are company of a sort. You sit on the floor, your back against the wall, and you wait. The room is quiet now, or almost quiet. There is a hum, deep and low, that you have been hearing for hours. It comes from somewhere inside you, you think, or from somewhere far away. You cannot tell. You have stopped trying to find the source. Your thoughts are fragments, broken pieces of thoughts that you cannot assemble. You see an image of a face, someone you loved once, and it is gone. You hear a voice, your own or someone else's, and it fades. You feel a touch, a hand on your shoulder, and it is not there. You try to hold on to something, anything, a memory, a thought, a feeling. It slips away. Everything slips away. You are empty now, a vessel with nothing inside, a shell with nothing to contain. You are forgetting. Not just where you are or what time it is, but who you are. The you that existed before this, the you that had a name and a life and a place in the world, is fading. You can feel it, the edges of your identity dissolving, the boundaries between you and everything else blurring. You are not sure where you end and the room begins. You are not sure if there is a difference. You close your eyes and the images come. Not dreams, not yet, but something close. Fragments of lives that are not yours, places you have never been, people you have never met. They are vivid, more real than the room, more real than your own hands. You open your eyes and the room is still there, but it is less real now. The images are waiting just behind your eyelids, ready to take you somewhere else. You fight it and the effort exhausts you. You let it take you and you are somewhere else. A street you do not recognize, lined with trees that are not quite trees. A sky that is the wrong color, a sun that does not move. A figure in the distance walking toward you, someone you should know. You try to call out and you have no voice. You try to move and you have no body. You are not in your room. You are not in your body. You are somewhere else, someone else, something else. The image holds you, carries you, becomes you. You are the street, the trees, the sky. You are the figure walking toward you, the face that is almost your own. You are everything and nothing. You open your eyes and the room is back. The walls, the floor, the ceiling. The shadows still moving, still waiting. You are on the floor, your back against the wall, your legs stretched out in front of you. You do not remember sitting down. You do not remember closing your eyes. You do not remember anything. You try to stand and your body does not respond. You try again and it does, slowly, painfully, as if it is learning how to move for the first time. You brace yourself against the wall, and the wall is solid, real, the only solid thing in a world that has become fluid. You look at your hands. They are shaking. You cannot stop them. You try to hold them still and they shake more. You let them move and the shaking becomes a rhythm, a pattern, something almost purposeful. You are losing yourself. 48 hours without sleep, and the you that you were is gone. There is only this room, these shadows, this body that is not your own. There is only the waiting, the endless waiting for something that will never come. You look at the bed. It is still there waiting for you. You could lie down just for a moment. You could close your eyes just for a second. You could let go just for now. But you are not ready. You are never ready. You have to keep going. You have to stay awake. You have to remember who you are, even if you have already forgotten. You turn away from the bed and you keep walking. You are no longer sure if you are awake. The distinction has lost all meaning. There is no clear line between the room you inhabit and the worlds that live behind your closed eyes. They have merged, bled into each other, become one continuous, unbroken experience that you cannot navigate. You have been awake for 72 hours. Or you have been dreaming for 72 hours. Or you have been somewhere else entirely, somewhere that has no name, no form, no rules. Your eyes are open. You know this because you can see the ceiling, the walls, the familiar shapes of furniture that have occupied this room for years. But the ceiling is breathing. It rises and falls slowly, rhythmically, like the chest of something alive. The walls are shifting, their colors deepening and lightening in patterns that almost make sense. The furniture is moving just slightly, just enough to let you know that it is not still. You blink and for a moment the room is gone. There is a field stretching to the horizon, grass swaying in a wind you cannot feel. There is a sky, blue and endless, with clouds that form shapes you almost recognize. There is a figure in the distance, standing at the edge of a forest, watching you. You blink again and the room is back. The figure is gone. The field is gone. But the feeling remains. You are there. You are here. You are not sure which is which. You try to stand and your body does not respond. You are aware of your limbs, heavy and distant, like they belong to someone else. You try again and they move, but the motion is wrong, the coordination gone. You are not walking. You are drifting, floating, moving through a space that is not quite solid. The floor is there, but it does not feel like floor. It feels like water, like air, like something that should not support weight. You step and you sink. You step again and you rise. You are not in control. The shadows on the walls are not shadows anymore. They are shapes, figures, faces. They watch you as you move, their eyes following you, their mouths forming words you cannot hear. You know they are not real. You know they are tricks of a mind that has been awake too long. But they are there and they see you and you cannot look away. One of them steps forward. It is not a shadow now. It is a person, a woman with your mother's face, your sister's eyes, your own expression. She stands in front of you and she is solid, real, more real than the room. She opens her mouth to speak and the sound that comes out is not words. It is a hum, a vibration, a frequency that you feel in your chest, your throat, your skull. It is the sound of your own heartbeat, amplified, distorted, made strange. You reach out to touch her and your hand passes through her. She was never there. She was always a shadow, a trick, a dream that leaked into a mind too exhausted to hold the boundary between real and unreal. You pull your hand back and the skin is cold, numb, like it belongs to someone else. You look down at your hands and they are not yours. They are the same hands you have always had, but they are wrong. The fingers are too long, the skin too pale, the lines on the palms too deep. You flex them and they move, but the movement is delayed, disconnected, as if the signal is traveling through something thick and slow. You close your eyes and when you open them, your hands are normal again. Or almost normal. You cannot tell anymore. The room is changing. The walls are dissolving, the ceiling lifting, the floor falling away. You are standing in a space that has no boundaries, no edges, no end. It is dark but not dark. There is light here, but it comes from no source, illuminates nothing. You are suspended in nothing, floating in a void that is not empty. There are shapes around you, forms that shift and change, colors that have no names. You are in a dream. You are awake. You are both. You are neither. A sound comes from somewhere. A voice, low and familiar, calling your name. You turn toward it and there is no one there. It comes again from another direction and you turn again. It is everywhere, this voice, surrounding you, filling you, becoming you. It is your own voice, you realize. You are calling yourself back to a body that is no longer yours, calling yourself awake from a dream that has already swallowed you. You try to answer and no sound comes. You try to move and there is nothing to move. You are only consciousness now, a point of awareness in a void that has no dimensions. You are falling or rising or standing still. There is no difference. You are in your room again. The walls are solid, the ceiling still, the floor firm. But the shadows are still there, still moving, still watching. You are on the floor, your back against the bed, your legs stretched out in front of you. You do not remember sitting down. You do not remember closing your eyes. You do not remember the field, the figure, the voice. But you know they were there. You know you were there. You try to stand and your body responds. Slowly, painfully, but it responds. You brace yourself against the bed and the fabric is rough under your fingers, real, solid, the only anchor in a world that has become fluid. You stand and the room tilts. You steady yourself and it tilts again. You are not sure if it is the room or you. You walk to the window and the city outside is not the city you know. The lights are wrong, the buildings are wrong, the sky is wrong. There are colors in the sky that should not be there, purple and green, shifting and flowing like water. The clouds are not clouds. They are shapes, faces, figures that form and dissolve, form and dissolve. You watch them and they watch you. You turn away and the room is different. The furniture has moved, the walls have shifted, the floor has tilted. You know it is not possible. You know it is your mind, your exhausted, failing mind playing tricks on you. But you see it and you cannot unsee it. You are here in this room and this room is not the room you know. You try to remember what it looked like before and you cannot. The memory is gone, replaced by something else, something that is not memory. You try to hold on to the image and it slips away, dissolving into the chaos that has become your mind. Your brain has reached its limit. 72 hours without sleep, and the structures that keep you tethered to reality are failing. The thalamus, which normally filters sensory information, is letting everything through. Every sound, every light, every shadow is processed with the same intensity, the same urgency, as if each one is a threat, a message, a sign. You cannot ignore anything, cannot filter anything, cannot find silence anywhere. Your brain is forcing REM sleep into your waking hours. The regions that control dreaming are activating, flooding your consciousness with images that should only appear when you are unconscious. The field, the figure, the voice, they are not hallucinations. They are dreams. Dreams that your brain is forcing you to experience because you will not give it the sleep it needs. Your motor cortex is failing. The pathways that control movement are misfiring, sending signals that your body cannot interpret. That is why you cannot walk straight, cannot stand still, cannot control your own hands. Your brain is trying to move, and your body is trying to obey, and neither one is listening to the other. Your vision is fragmenting. The occipital lobe, which processes what you see, is overwhelmed. It is creating images where there are none, filling in gaps with data that does not exist. The shadows that move, the faces that watch, the colors that should not be there, they are not real. But they are as real to you as anything else. You walk to the mirror, and the face that looks back at you is not your own. It has your features, your hair, your eyes, but it is not you. There is something behind those eyes, something looking out that should not be there. You lean closer and the face leans closer. You touch the glass and it is cold. You press your forehead against it and the cold is a shock, a relief, a reminder that you are still here. When you pull back, there is a mark on the glass. Your breath condensing, fogging, disappearing. You are here. You are here. You will be here. But you are not sure what here means anymore. You turn away from the mirror and the room is different again. The shadows have multiplied, filled the space, become a forest, a crowd, a world of shapes and figures that move and shift. You walk through them and they part around you, let you pass close behind you. You are walking through a crowd of shadows and they are watching you, waiting for you to fall. You reach the bed and sit on the edge. The mattress sinks beneath you, swallowing you, holding you. You lie back and the ceiling is close, too close, pressing down on you. You close your eyes and the darkness behind them is not empty. There are images there waiting, ready to take you. You do not fight them. You cannot fight them. You let them come, let them fill you, let them become you. You are in the field again, the grass swaying, the sky endless, the figure in the distance walking toward you. You are in your room, the shadows moving, the walls shifting, the ceiling pressing down. You are in both. You are in neither. You are somewhere else, somewhere that has no name, no form, no rules. You open your eyes and the room is still there. The shadows are still there. The figure is standing at the foot of the bed watching you. It is you, you realize. It is the you that was, the you that could have been, the you that is waiting for you to let go. You reach out your hand and it reaches back. You are at the edge now. The edge of something vast and dark and quiet. The room has faded, or you have faded, or both. The shadows that haunted you for so long are still here, but they are softer now, less demanding. The figures that watched you from the corners have retreated, or perhaps they were never there. You cannot remember which. You cannot remember much of anything. Your eyes are open, but you are not seeing. Your body is still, but you are not resting. You are suspended, waiting, holding on to something you can no longer name. 72 hours or more. The numbers have lost all meaning. There is only now and now and now. An endless present that stretches in all directions, folding back on itself, repeating, fading. You try to move your hand and it does not respond. You try to speak and your voice is gone. You try to think and there is nothing to think. You are a body without will, a mind without thought, a presence without self. The you that was, the you that fought, the you that kept your eyes open through the long hours and longer nights, that you is gone. There is only this stillness, this waiting, this end. And then, without warning, without decision, without any signal that you can perceive, your body releases. It is not a choice. It was never a choice. Your brain, your exhausted, overworked, desperate brain has taken control. It has decided that you cannot be trusted with your own survival, and it has overridden everything. Your eyes close. Your muscles relax. Your mind, for the first time in days, stops. You are falling. Not into darkness, not into emptiness, but into something else. Something vast and deep and ancient. You are falling through layers of consciousness, through levels of sleep that you have not reached in days. Light sleep where the world still whispers at the edges. Deeper sleep where the whispers fade. Deepest sleep where there is only silence. And beyond that, somewhere beyond, something else. The dreams come. They come fast and bright and vivid, images that flash and fade, stories that begin and end in the same breath. You are in a place you have never been, with people you have never met, living a life that is not yours. You are in your room, the same room, but the shadows are gone, the figures are gone, and there is only peace. You are falling, endlessly falling, through skies that have no bottom, through oceans that have no end. Your brain is working. For the first time in 72 hours, it is working the way it was designed to work. The glymphatic system, the brain's cleaning crew, has activated. Cerebrospinal fluid is flowing through the spaces between your neurons, washing away the metabolic waste that accumulated during your long vigil. Adenosine, the chemical that made your eyelids heavy and your thoughts slow, is being cleared. Beta amyloid, the protein that builds up in exhausted brains, is being flushed away. Your brain is repairing itself. The connections that frayed during the long hours of wakefulness are being strengthened. The memories that fragmented, that scattered, that became impossible to hold, are being consolidated. The chaos that was your mind is settling, ordering, becoming itself again. You are dreaming. Not the fragments that leaked into your waking hours, not the shadows that haunted your vision, but real dreams. Deep dreams. Dreams that your brain has been waiting for, needing, demanding. You are walking through a forest and the trees are old, their branches heavy with leaves that catch the light. You are standing on a beach and the waves are gentle, lapping at your feet, pulling the sand away. You are sitting in a room and the walls are warm, the light soft, the silence complete. You are not fighting anymore. You are not holding on. You are not afraid. You are sleeping, truly sleeping for the first time in days. Your body is healing. The cortisol that surged through your bloodstream, keeping you awake, keeping you alert, keeping you alive, is falling. The stress that held your muscles tight, that made your heart race, that kept you on the edge of panic, is releasing. Your heart is slowing, your breathing deepening, your temperature dropping. You are not awake anymore. You are not fighting anymore. You are resting. Your brain is cycling through the stages it was denied. Light sleep, where memories are sorted, where the day's experiences are filed and stored. Deep sleep, where the body repairs, where the immune system strengthens, where the glymphatic system does its work. REM sleep, where dreams come, where emotions are processed, where the mind restores itself. The dreams are intense now, vivid, almost too bright to hold. You are flying over a city you have never seen, its lights spread below you like a map of stars. You are diving into an ocean that has no bottom, its waters warm and clear, its depths filled with light. You are standing in a field, and the grass is green, the sky is blue, and there is a figure in the distance waiting for you. You know this figure. You have always known it. It is the you that was waiting, the you that never left, the you that is finally coming home. Your brain is rebooting. The prefrontal cortex, which shut down hours ago, is coming back online. The connections that frayed, that broke, that dissolved into chaos, are reforming. The thoughts that scattered, that became fragments, that became nothing, are reassembling. You are not awake, not yet, but you are becoming yourself again. Slowly, quietly, without your knowledge or consent, you are being rebuilt. The glymphatic system is working at full capacity. Cerebrospinal fluid flows through your brain, washing away the debris of consciousness, the waste of wakefulness, the detritus of days without sleep. Every neuron is being cleaned, restored, prepared for the morning that will come. Your brain is not just resting, it is renewing. It is becoming something new. Your body is still. Your breath is deep, your heart slow, your muscles slack. You are sleeping the way you were meant to sleep, the way you needed to sleep, the way your body has been begging you to sleep for days. The tension that held you is gone. The fear that kept you awake is gone. The voice that told you to keep going, to stay awake, to fight, that voice is silent. You are in a room now, a room you have never seen. It is small, with walls of light and a floor of clouds. There are no shadows here, no figures, no sounds. There is only you and the quiet and the peace. You are not awake. You are not asleep. You are somewhere between, somewhere that has no name, somewhere that has always been waiting for you. The dreams are slowing, softening, becoming something else. Not images anymore, not stories, not places. Just feelings, warmth, safety, rest. You are not floating anymore. You are not falling. You are still, perfectly still, in a way you have never been still before. Your brain is almost done. The cleaning is finished. The repairs are complete. The connections that were lost have been restored. The memories that scattered have been gathered. The chaos that was your mind has become order again. You are not awake, but you are ready to wake. You are not yourself, but you are becoming yourself. Slowly, quietly, gently. The light behind your eyes is fading. The images that filled your sleep are dissolving, returning to wherever dreams go when they are done. You are rising now, rising through layers of sleep, through levels of consciousness, towards something that you almost remember. The world is there waiting for you. The room is there waiting for you. The morning is there waiting for you. Your eyes are closed, but you are not asleep. Not anymore. You are somewhere between, somewhere that has no name, somewhere that is almost waking. You can feel the bed beneath you, the sheets against your skin, the light pressing against your eyelids. You are here. You are almost here. You are coming back. The dream fades. The field, the ocean, the city, all of it is gone. There is only the darkness behind your eyes and the silence and the waiting. You are not afraid. You are not fighting. You are not anything. You are just here waiting to be here. Your breath deepens. Your heart slows. Your body settles into the bed, into the sleep, into the rest that it has been needing for so long. You are not awake. You are not asleep. You are somewhere else, somewhere that is only for you, somewhere that has no name. And then, slowly, gently, without urgency or fear, you begin to rise. You are not awake yet. Not quite. There is still the weight of sleep on your limbs, the fog of dreams in your mind, the warmth of the bed holding you. But you are coming back. You are becoming yourself. You are almost here. The light behind your eyes is brighter now, the sounds of the world seeping through. A bird somewhere outside. A car passing on the street. Your own breath steady and slow. You are in your room. You are in your bed. You are safe. You open your eyes. The ceiling is still there. The walls are still there. The shadows are gone. The figures are gone. There is only the room, quiet and still, and the morning light, soft and gray, and you. You are awake. You are here. You are yourself. You lie there for a moment, or for an hour, or for a lifetime. Time is yours again, moving at its own pace, carrying you forward. You are not thinking. You are not planning. You are just here in this moment, in this peace, in this rest. Your body is heavy, but it is your body. Your mind is quiet, but it is your mind. You are tired in a way that will take days to heal, but you are awake in a way that you have not been awake in days. You are here. You are yourself. You are resting. The morning light grows brighter. The sounds of the world grow louder. The day is coming whether you are ready or not. But for now there is only this, the bed, the room, the silence. There is only you breathing, resting, being. You close your eyes and for a moment there is nothing. And then there is everything.